And we should now be live. Good evening, everybody. Just gonna double check everything's working correctly on my end. It appears to be. Hello, Cairo. Hello, Zhao. Hello, Berenzen. Evo is also here. King Giga, Robert, Smaug. Hello, hello. Yes, Berenzen, our day has been good. Yes, in case people weren't aware, me and the rest of Triclaw, we're taking a bit of a holiday at the moment because we have Fallout here with us from America. So, in fact, go ahead.
Yes, hello everybody. I'm here too.
Yes.
They put me in the corner.
I have not put you in the corner. That's
You-
where you've decided to sit.
That was the only place I had to sit.
Indeed.
There we go. You have put me in the corner.
Hello, Biocraft.
Yes, hello, Sheriff.
So yes, that's where I've been for the last week and a half. But today we've had a chilled day, relaxed, done some shopping in Milton Keynes. So today, we thought I would do a stream today and just continue on with doing Jurassic World Crete, which is sort of the last, apart from Britain, is the last big park that needs to be completed, and catch up with you guys.
And King Giga, the tip would be always bet on live.
Gambling tips from Fallout.
Yes, or always stand on an 18 or a 19 on the.
So I'm doing okay. Like I say, we've had a busy few days. We went to, oh god, what did we do this week? We went to Whipsnade on Wednesday, which is a big zoo near us. And we've been to the London Aquarium and yeah, just had been tourists basically, and just had some much needed time off, which is always important, even for us YouTubers. You should make a habitat for Megalo. Well, this is the Crete build. We're doing the hybrid area of this particular park, so yeah, maybe I'll put Megalo in the British build somewhere. In fact, I think it's already in it, isn't it? Right, so next paddock for this area is going to be the Indominus Raptor paddock, which I'm thinking of putting over here. Or do we put it sort of over here, and then we use this bit for like the Stegoceratops and Spinoraptor? Actually, I feel like since we got Indominus Rex and Carnotaurus here, let's put like Stegoceratops at this end. So we need to do some pathing. Indoraptor, yes, sorry, King Giga. Yes, I do. It's been a few days. Okay, so just thinking about the path, we'll have to go sort of through there to there, and then the Stegoceratops enclosure will sort of have over there, so I do want to try and get away from the dead straight paths that are apparently, according to Evo, a sign of my park building. You're kind of confused about the JWE3 event. It says you can document your visit, but you cannot take a video or photography of live gameplay screens. Yeah, Joe. So basically, what it means is that none of us will be able to reveal the actual gameplay that we see or we play, but we can do like selfies and stuff while we're there. Basically, it's a sort of standard sort of non-disclosure of stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if they make us sign something as well when we go in. I am very curious about the event. I'm very curious as to see, you know, how they do it and whether anyone from Frontier is there that's actually like, I know this sounds bad to say, but like important, or whether it's just going to be PR people. We'll have to wait and see. But me and Evo are very excited. You had me muted, Evo. Ah, the rudeness. I see how it is. Your loyal moderator gets muted. Unbelievable. It's because your intro song is an earworm. I'm susceptible. That's the point. It's subliminal messaging. We got to get subscribers some way. Right. What I'm thinking for the Stegoceratops enclosure is I kind of want to have a bridge over it, like we did with the Rex enclosure here. Obviously, the Rex we sent to a different park temporarily because I got tired of listening to their sounds. But I'm thinking of doing another bridge, like we did across there, but have that over the Stegoceratops, like the whole of the Stegoceratops enclosure. So you kind of have like a couple of bridges that go sort of across it, and then you kind of leave the Stegoceratops enclosure over here somewhere and enter it over here somewhere. That is the plan. Yes, I did just say Stegoceratops. You didn't hallucinate that. I hope people have enjoyed the videos that I made to come out while we were taking our break. That is the I've decided that will be the last video I make on Jurassic World Rebirth. I've decided I'm not going to do the full-on review. For a couple of reasons, really. But principally, the main reason is I just, I don't give a damn enough about it. Like, I'm at the point where I'm not going to waste hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of my time making that video when it isn't worth it, basically, to me. It's just not worth it. I would rather invest that time in, you know, getting the Walking with Dinosaurs retrospective started, starting the scripting and everything for that, and the storyboarding for that, and planning that video out, which is, you know, going to take a lot of effort and time, just like the Prehistoric Planet one did and the JWE2 one did. You know, I would rather focus on that than the Rebirth video. I might eventually do the Rebirth video, but maybe at some point next year or whatever. I never have hybrids in my parks. Thinking about it, if the mutants make it in, they'll feel very out of place. Yeah, I mean, one thing I can say about Jurassic World Evolution 3 is if/when I do get it, and if/when they do have mutadons, they will never be used in my park. I will never use them in my park. The D-Rex and the mutadons will be pointless species for me. I hope that the modding community can get them replaced with something, potentially. Get a replacement mod for them. Yeah, exactly, Kairu. I mean, that's not, it's not just the lack of interest. It's also just me thinking that I would rather invest my time in something that's I'm going to enjoy. Doing the Walking with Dinosaurs video, I'm going to enjoy that more than continuing to go through Rebirth, frankly. So. Okay. I think that's deep enough. I don't think we need it much deeper than that for Stegoceratops. I do want some dead straight edges, though. Is that going to be tall enough for the bridges to actually... where's our dinosaur spawning device? Stegoceratops. Yeah, I think that's tall enough. Okay, so we want two fairly long bridges. So they're going to combine, and then we're going to have a kind of... I think what we'll probably do is have like a land mass sort of here. So the bridge will go across to that one, and then come down from that one over to this one. That is the plan. And then we can do some like waterfalls or something coming off that. Right, let's go make the bridge. I'll pretend he's building a chunking habitat. Or you could be better, Evo, and, imagine I'm building a Hawangosaurus habitat, because that's the superior dinosaur. What shall we use for the bridge panels? I do think that one works the best for it. Is that the level it needs to be? Yes, it is. So let's whoops. I actually, if that's, could we just do it quickly this way then? Let's do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to assume that's longer than it needs to be. And then freeform. No, advanced move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Freeform. And then it's not X. Rotate by Z angle? No. Oh, you pain in the backside. I'm gonna have to try that again. We want rotate X. X angle is the one we want, and we want it to be flat on the ground. Yep, that looks flat to me. to do a little bit of altering land masses, but that'll do. Obviously, we'll put like bridge pillars and stuff in. How would you feel if Hwango is in? Because on one hand, you want the species, but on the other hand, we'll have 3 small Chinese stegosaurids. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, we should just have 1. Like, we should have Chungking or Gigantspino or Hwango. I don't think we should have 3. I certainly think it's questionable to have both. I also think it's questionable to have 2 of them and not Hwango. Like, if you're going to have Chungking and Gigantspino, why not also have Hwango? Like, why is Hwango the one that gets, you know, cut out, and the other 2 stay in? Like, because they're all Jurassic World Evolution 1 animals, so it can't be that. I think it's a waste to have more than 1 of them, and I think it's wrong to have 2 and not 3. Okay, I want to shrink this down slightly. It's gonna make for some annoying panels there at the end, but nothing can do about that. Now it's personal. Look, I will not forgive them for what they did to Hwangosaurus in Jurassic World Evolution 2. As I said in that review, using the Klingons as a useful scapegoat, I will not forget and I will not forgive them for that. And if they have cut it out entirely, I definitely won't forgive them for that either. But I am extremely concerned about the way the roster is shaping up. It's Frontier taking revenge on me. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it is them taking revenge on me. Who knows? Maybe I'll turn up to that event and it'll be like, Triclog Gaming. It's you. Who knows? Sorry, I am trying to trying to keep up with folks, but also build at the same time. Yeah, Kyrie, this is the if they put Hwango in a DLC, I won't be surprised, but I will be pissed off. Maybe we get a Fletcher DLC in the future, Hwango, Megalo, etc. Oh yeah, my branded hat and t-shirt. I've been annoyingly the t-shirt they're having to switch to doing it by a transfer because apparently our design is too complicated to do via embroidery. Just sounds like a lack of initiative and effort to me, but whatever. It'll be a transfer. In fact, I got the proofs for it today, so I can have a look at that. Make sure it all looks fine, and then I can give them the go-ahead to make the prototypes, I guess. Oh, damn. I'm going to have to get really close so I can see what I'm doing here. Like a few rough edges we can obviously cover up with some A few rough edges we can obviously cover up with some terrain and some decorations and stuff, but there we go. That works. That was too much. I just wanted a little smoothing of terrain, not a massive smoothing of terrain. There we go. Bit more. Hopefully they should. They're due to arrive next week, the 18th. I paid to have them delivered before the event, just to make sure of it. I can imagine Frontier saying the full AM hate monologue now. Hey, whether or not Triclaw starts selling stuff, I think we need to be a little bigger than we are at the moment for me to seriously consider doing merchandise. But when/if we do, yeah, moderators will get a free one. I think that's fair. Right. And then obviously what we're going to do is we're going to surround this edge with fencing. I think we'll go for the full-on, not full-on, we'll go for the uneven log wall stuff to begin with. And then we'll have a lining in front of that. But Stegoceratops is not, Stegoceratops is not these guys. We don't have to, I think, go too all in with the defenses, as it were. They have to wear it, though. Advertising in the wild. Yeah, obviously there'll be a requirement for a minimum amount of wear time. Maybe I should send one to Dubai to Swerve, just for fun. Maybe send him a special one with Triclaw on the front and on the back, just have it say, fuck Swerve. Is that petty? Probably, but who the fuck cares? Oh no, you didn't! Don't tempt me. Right. And then what we can do over this side is we'll lower the... do we have a wall that looks woolly but not massively woolly? Like, that could work. Like, a wall that looks like a weak sort of thing but not massively weak. Something that people could still, like, theoretically see through. I think this one. Actually, I want to leave a bit of room. So what I want to do is I do want to put in some bushes to line these fencings. I dread the day someone comes up to me, points to my cap, it's Merch Proto, and says, "Oh my god, are you Evo?" Now the painful one will be like when you wear that and then someone spots it and then goes like, "Oh, are you like that Dino YouTuber best in gaming beaver or like like they just get the names totally wrong. Patrick Stewart had that with a fan. He that came up to him and was like, "Oh, you were in that Star Wars film." And he was really offended. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to use the little bush fence. Hello.
Hi.
Did you want to say hello to people?
Oh. Hi, folks. I'm on holiday.
The way you said that, it makes it sound like I've made you go on holiday. That I'm holding you against your will and forcing you to take a break.
I mean, technically speaking, it's Fallout, which is me to go on holiday and force me to take a break. And
Always my fault.
it's my other streamer person who I mod for who is also enjoying the time where I can actually do modding. I sound like a hostage? Trust me. That's because I am.
But hey, he gets food and drink. Are you delay designer? I'll take that as a compliment all day. I mean, that was how I found you, Evo. I found your channel through watching a delay designer one. I was watching... I got into a habit of watching a bunch of Planet Zoo like makers do a bunch of stuff, and then I watched a delay designer one, and then Evo's video on her Matin Saros build got shown to me, and I was like, who is this person? They have completely revolutionized how I look at this game. And that's no telling of a lie either. I did honestly, after seeing what Evo was capable of making on Jurassic World Evolution 1, I was like, what the fuck? I was just like, wow, okay. This is very different. Very, very different style. YouTube being like, all Dutch YouTubers are the same. This is not going to be... Am I the only one that thinks all these bush fences kind of looks like those spiny caterpillars? It's like we found the ultimate defense to stop dinosaurs escaping. The spiny caterpillar. His last Prehistoric Kingdom video as well. I really need to get back onto Prehistoric Kingdom at some time. It just... oh... I just feel like I can't play it because I'm so bad at it. It's like... I hate almost everything I make in the damn thing. Okie dokie. And let us put the concrete lining into our enclosure. No. Concreton lining. Keep those pesky dinosaurs where they're supposed to be. Incidentally, having been to Whipsnade, it's given me quite a few ideas for like building enclosures. They got some really interesting enclosure builds, actually, at Whipsnade. Some very interesting ways of keeping the animals contained, but also making sure they aren't stressed and stuff. Definitely an interesting little learning trip as well. I do not like this. Will you still play Jurassic World Evolution 3 even if they never add bridges? Well, at this point, Zhao, I still haven't decided whether I'm even going to buy it yet. And that's not like some sort of fake TV Jeopardy stuff. I really am not 100% convinced I'm going to. Not even, I know as a YouTuber most people would expect me to, but after my experience with Jurassic World Evolution 2, and after doing the full-on, end review for that, I feel like I'm at the position now where I feel that I need to stick by my guns, and if I think something isn't worth the money, I'm not going to buy it, regardless of whether I think it's worth having for YouTube purposes. And at the moment, Jurassic World Evolution 3 just hasn't earned my money yet. That's simply it. It just hasn't earned my money yet. And I'm not 100% sure that it will. This event in September is going to be kind of their last opportunity to actually convince me. And I can be convinced. I'm not doing this as like I'm just gonna hate it forever sort of thing. I want to be convinced, okay? But at the moment, they just haven't quite done it. And I think it's because at the moment, I fully understand that for their marketing team, like things like the babies and the modular building and that, like obvious features you're going to make the most out of, because they're the big show-off features that you can easily put in 30-second long YouTube videos and get really quick hits from, But my problem is, that's not really the areas where I think the game needs to focus on. I don't really see the babies as anything better than just new dinosaur species in a way. They're just more animals. And again, it isn't the animals, it isn't more animal that we need. It's more animation, it's more socialization, it's more behavior, it's more interactivity, it's more complexity, it's more management. It's the stuff that I want to see improved are not things that you can easily put in to a quick 1.5 minute long YouTube video to show off your new game. And I fully accept that. As you know, I accept the marketing team is obviously going to pick the easiest features, which is why I'm like, come September, when I get my hands on the game and they actually show us some of it properly, they might convince me at that point. But at the present time, they haven't shown me enough improvement in the areas of the game where I actually think the game needs to improve. And the roster is all of these roster reveals are putting me more and more off, to be honest. Tenebrae, will you purchase it maybe after a few DLCs, free patches, and a sale? Well, again, it depends what's in those DLCs, because if those DLCs are just, here's a bunch of dinosaurs we cut from the base game so we could sell them back to you, then no, because fundamentally I can't condone that behavior, and buying them would be condoning their behavior. No, your messages are not hidden, Chad. Sorry, I was just busy talking to other folks and responding to their messages. I'm doing okay. How are you doing today? Yeah, exactly. No live gameplay has been shown, and they won't let us record the event. So when it comes to, obviously, because I will do videos after the event, I would ask you guys to trust what I say is accurate. I'll be taking a lot of notes, but I will give you a completely 100% my honest opinion. It won't be a filtered opinion. It's going to be 100% complete. And I know Evo will also be doing that. Some folks who will go unnamed, I'm not 100% convinced would do that, but I know that at least me and Evo will definitely not sugarcoat. We're going to be 100% unfiltered honest about it. And I hope you guys can trust me give you that information. Right, that's good. That's a little bit low. Have you heard about the sequel to Rebirth? I mean, I don't see how they can have a sequel to Rebirth, frankly. But whatever. The hidden camera method. But it's funny you should say that, King Giga, because while I was thinking about what I was going to do with it, I half considered buying like a hidden camera to try to wear, but I'm thinking this is the first event that Triglaw is going to be going to. I don't particularly want to be like I don't want to be giving us a bad name on our very first event, you know. Optimization is one of my concerns as well. Why is there so much complaining? We should focus on the positive things. Well, that is a good point, Roberth. I certainly understand that perspective, okay? I do get that sort of perspective of like why do people always have to complain? Why can't they just be happy? My kind of thoughts on that is, well, if we're not happy, do we not have a right to talk about it? Like, if there are things about something that we don't think are good, do we not have the right to talk about them? it's annoying. Well, I could kind of turn around and say it's annoying that people ignore criticisms in order to kind of stick their heads in the sand and act like everything is perfect. I mean, in my opinion, that was how we ended up with Jurassic World Evolution 1 and Jurassic World Evolution 2. Two games that were definitely nowhere near the standard and quality that I think we deserve for spending so much money on them. Now, as far as I'm concerned, we have a right to be cautious after what we got. You can say it's annoying to complain about them, fine, but I would argue that it's annoying to spend 60 quid on a game that comes to us broken, full of glitches, full of bugs, lacking optimization, with little content that ends up relying on DLCs for 2 years. If you want stuff to get better, you have to talk about the downsides as well as the good sides. In every video I've done about Jurassic World Evolution 3, I've commented on how that I think it has a lot more potential, that even though the babies and the modular building are not something I'm interested in, I think it's certainly impressive the way that they've been implemented so far. You know, I've pointed out that I think there are certainly good sides to everything we've seen. But that doesn't mean I'm going to suck Frontier's dick just because they've pulled their fingers out and actually acted like the company that we all thought they were. Excuse me for being blunt, but, you know. This bridge is difficult. I think there is a question of standards, and I remember the days where gaming had, in my opinion, higher standards. And I think those standards have been lost. That's my view. Okay, I need to put these pillars in correctly. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 lines. Okay. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's put 1 on 10. And then at the other end, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 panes out either end. And then in the middle we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we could put that one roughly in the middle. Where's in the middle? About there. Not completely happy about these pillars being so long without support. I think I might need a couple more in here. The game will be better optimized though through all the renewal, and it will be certainly very similar to Planet Zoo. Oh, sorry, Rob, you just can't You just cannot say that. You cannot say it will be better optimized. You don't know that it will be. I have the feeling that most people find it difficult to simply talk about the positive things. I mean, the company made a good job, work every day, etc. Well, I'm sorry, but like they don't get points for just doing their jobs. Okay? That's their job. They chose to work in game design. They don't get points for just doing their job. I'm sorry, that's not how it works. They need to put out a product that's good quality. That means good optimization. That means content rich. That means that it hasn't been pulled apart for DLC purposes. Frankly, I'm kind of the opposite to you, Rob. I'm a bit drained with all the hyper positivity about JWE3 just because, oh look, here's a few cute babies, while people are completely ignoring other elements of the game. You know, a few cute babies a good game does not make. We need loads of other elements to it. And at the moment, it seems like people are willing to just completely ignore that because a few cute babies. I used these ones. I think I used the concrete ones. It's all right. We're all just having differences of opinion in chat at the moment. McNinja Hack. Personally, I would prefer a working bare bones game than a broken rushed one. Yeah, I mean, I would personally prefer neither. I would prefer them to just be a good games company and make a game that's not rushed nor bare bones, but that seems to be impossible these days. Well, unless your name is Larian, of course. The makers of Baldur's Gate 3 demonstrated that you can actually achieve greatness if you just if you put the work in. I think I'm a bit misunderstood. It's not about having certain requirements or even expressing criticism. My point is that so many people complain without even knowing it. Well, I mean, we do know it though. I mean, the information that we've received, we do know. So what are you saying, Rob? That we aren't allowed to have any criticisms at all until the game is released and we all play it? Because I think that's an equally problematic position to have. We are allowed to criticize the information that we currently have. I mean, just look at the roster. Hello, Melissa. Luna, I'm doing okay. How are you doing? What I would prefer is for all the game companies to release the game when it's ready. Exactly. Instead of crunching the workforce and then firing them like Frontier has already done. Oh, this isn't good. That isn't straight. Oh, okay. Oh, I think I put the bloody things in first. And then I moved it all together. Ooh. Okay, well, let's ignore that for the moment. And let's get on with doing the rest of this enclosure. The bridges are not the important bit. Or as important. And what would that be, Luna? There is our perimeters. The company cannot create all 122 species at launch. That's the reason. I'm sure we'll get all the species over time. Well, firstly, we don't know whether we're going to get all those species over time. And B, you say that we couldn't have all 122. Okay. Maybe we couldn't have all 122. But to lose 40? More than 40? Are you saying that we couldn't have at least 100? I mean, Rob, are you seriously going to be happy to repay for all of the current DLC animals? Are you going to pay for all of them again? Because if you turn around and say no, then the roster is a problem. We can't have all 122. Okay. But they're going to make us pay for them. Free? Again, where are you getting free from? You know Frontier will charge for them. Frontier are going to charge for them. And you know why they'll charge for them? Because A, they want the money, and B, they recognize that we will pay for species. Not enough people were angry enough at them locking Hawangosaurus behind a paywall the last time. And now they think they can get away with it. Like, I haven't seen that many people annoyed over them locking Thanatos Dracon or Concavenator in the Deluxe Edition. Not as many as I would have thought. Just gonna have a quick drink of Pepsi. Best case scenario, they're free and we only need to purchase new species. Worst case, they are paid and take up spots for new species. And Cairo, I suspect it'll be the worst case. In fact, I think it'll be worse than your worst case scenario, because I suspect not every cut species will come back. I think some of the species that are being cut will be cut forever. That's just gut instinct. I have no evidence to suggest why, but I just have that gut instinct that some animals are not going to ever return. Fletcher getting drunk stream. Maybe some point soon, maybe. Okay, and then here, I think we're gonna switch path types. I think what we'll do is we'll have the path go. We got no free species in Jurassic World Evolution 2 either. Exactly. And again, as I keep having to point out to people, Frontier is a company that's doing financially not fantastic. So why would they give anything away for free? No, they are in not fantastic health as a company. So obviously they're not going to want to give away money. And that's essentially what free dinosaurs would be. Giving away dinosaurs would be giving away money. Yeah, and then we can have like, so this would be garden up there, and that will be garden up here. It's rocky and rocky. Use the striated rocks. That's nice. Nice. You know, I do hope that we get a more diverse range of time periods in the next game. I am a little bit bored of just seeing the Cretaceous period all of the time. But I suspect that won't be the case. I think the Cretaceous period is often picked because there are more dinosaurs from it, or at least more of the well-known ones are from it. That's better. Right. Let's redo these bridges. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this was 5 sections long. 5. Okay, so. Oh. Okay. 1. 2, 3, 5. Advanced move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Freeform and rotate by X, so it's laying on the ground. Okie dokie. And now we just have to move everything. At least when we have modular building, this will be easier to do. One hopes. We all live in eternal hope when it comes to modular building. How is that looking? I can live with that. Okay, this one is going to be the one that's the pain in the backside to do. Did you see that you can build the hatchery from scratch? I mean, I would assume we could build everything from scratch. I mean, that's how modular building works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a bit at the end. So, let's make sure this is like on the ground. Looks on the ground to me. What dinosaur do I want in Jurassic World Evolution 3? Well, that's fairly obvious. I think if there was one that I mention the most, it's Plateosaurus. Because Plateosaurus is, you know, the one species I legitimately think we do actually need. Like, most other dinosaurs, I would say, we don't need them. It would be nice to have them. But Plateosaurus is one of those that I think we do actually need to have. To be honest, they've already put in the other animal I would say that we absolutely also needed to have, which is Protoceratops. Protoceratops is the other one that I have always believed we absolutely should have always had in Evolution 2, at least. Also, since we are about halfway through the stream, now is a good time to remind people to like the stream if they haven't done so already, and subscribe if they're new to the channel. And to join the Discord if they wish to. Should be a link in the description. And to find us on Blue Sky, if you have Blue Sky. These days, I don't blame anybody for avoiding social media, because it's a hellhole at the moment. For obvious reasons I am not going to go into. Right, that is acceptable to me. This one needs to be adjusted in position ever so slightly. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Right, and let's get some bridge pillars in this. Oh, wrong button. Let's get some bridge pillars made up for this. Just want to make sure we got the right height going on. And then we're going to try and do the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gonna go 9 across with this one. We can put in 1, 2, and we need 3. Also goes into number 9. And then this one will go into 9 away from the other side. Although that's going to be tricky because it's a half measure. So what do we got going on here? So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Call it about there. Looks about right. Oh, something's not eating. Let's have a bet. Who do we think isn't eating? I'm going to assume it's going to be one of the pterosaurs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So halfway point would be kind of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Be somewhere in the middle of those two. The pterosaurs. Lunus is the pterosaur. I think that's probably quite a good bet. It is. It's one of the Genuinopterus, who is actually stuck in a permanent downward dive. Let's rescue him, shall we? Where's the reset behavior button? Reset behavior. There we go. Dive bomb of doom glitch. Indeed. Oh, that's not anywhere near in the middle, is it? I just noticed that from when I was flying over to it. That looks better. Bless you. Then I think we kind of need maybe one here. I don't mind if the two bridges have slightly different pillar configurations. This bridge is technically the longer. Time for everyone's favorite game. Which dinosaur is dying this time? And why? It's funny that, like, the JPOG problem of Dryosaurs killing themselves through malnutrition has come to this game with the pterosaurs. You know, brings back happy-ish memories. Right. What sort of feel shall we go for this enclosure? Maybe go for like a sort of Asian sort of theme? Put some bamboo around? Give him a few Tory gates? Or maybe Egypt? Or maybe go for a abandoned park sort of thing? Or a Mayan, Aztec-y sort of thing? But we did that with the Indos over there. We might go for a combination of styles, actually. Do you like doing things like this? Just making use of the bits that we have, just to try to create something that's a bit more interesting. And obviously we'll put plenty of plants and stuff down in there. We'll also do the nifty thing that Rob Earth told us about, which is to grab these. And we're just going to bury them. We'll bury a few to make them look like big tiles, you see. It's a good trick. You know, it adds some much needed interest. What I think I might do here. Like, where are those cable fences? Try and make it like... I want the Lucy one. The one that... Make it look like there used to be like a little walkway or something here. That has long since been flooded. And then maybe we could put in a few more of these. Let's have like one in the back here. Let's make it kind of short. Let's put it on a bit of a skew angle. Let's grab another one. Let's maybe have you actually standing normally up here in this sort of edge. Looks nice. Maybe let's have you, but let's have you laying down. Yeah. And let's have you... Maybe let's have you on land. Just have you like... Again, kind of at an angle. And maybe let's combine this with some... the Mayan bits. Let's have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, like, let's have like one of you sort of here, but let's have you like lying up against the wall, rocks. That needs it to be kind of like more. And let's maybe have one of you. You can just be like standing up. That's fine. And then let's have one of you laying in the water. And then let's have one of you. Let's have one over on this side, but let's have you actually standing up perfectly fine. Actually, let's bury you at a bit of an angle like that. You can kind of be laying down. You can be, I like the idea that you're kind of like some god carving, perhaps, under the waterfall. You can be another one kind of here. And one more maybe kind of over here. Yeah. Happy with those? T-Rex is overused. Yeah, it does remind me of a video I wanted to do, like, some... Well, actually, I think I had this. I wanted to do it, like, back in JWE1 times. But I actually wanted to do a video on overrated dinosaur species, and T-Rex was one of them. Well, not necessarily overrated, but dinosaurs that I think get too much of the limelight, and other animals who get kind of ignored as a result. Need to sink those into the ground a bit. Those ones, but that's going to be the general gist of the enclosure. And then this passage down the middle, we're just going to make fully vegetation. So I'm thinking these boys. Although some of these big trees, let's see if we can get rid of them. Yes. Good. Obviously, we're going to put some trees in here as well. But I want this bit to be kind of like where the Stegoceratops go to eat, so actually convince them to sort of come through here. Should be traps in this area. I want to kind of roughen up the terrain here. So it kind of gives reason for why all these things are a bit higgledy-piggledy. that's the general gist. The rest of the enclosure I'll design myself, probably off stream. Let's go and get some. No, it's not that one. That one. I don't want to overwrite a previous save again. Right, let's head to main menu and get ourselves some Stegoceratops, shall we? What's the first park you would build in JWE3? Well, okay. Assuming I will buy the game, the first thing I'm just going to do is focus on the campaign. Okay? That's like, that'll be every video, every stream. Well, no. Every stream will be the campaign. Videos will probably be looking at the various individual elements, like, you know, some of the new species, the new skins, the baby system, etc. I probably am not going to start building sandbox parks, at least for a few weeks. Because the campaign is like the big important thing to me. Alter the position of the sun slightly so we have a good look. There we go. Right. So I would like to have a nice male skin. You know, I kind of like that. It's very watermelon-esque, but I quite like that. I do really like the blue, though. Blue looks good with the dark red. Oh, that one looks really good. Hmm. Let's get in the white and black, too. I think I'm gonna go with the blue. I just think it stands out better. So Killian Mountains and Rana. And the females. Well, actually, we didn't have a... For the Indominus, we just went with random skins. So let's actually do a good old almost Hwango. We'll have like 4, and we'll have different colors on each. So we'll do Chaplin Valley and Papurana as well. And then we'll do one of these guys as well, which is Mangrove Forest and Rana. Now, the glow-in-the-darky one. Honestly, I think we'll put it on the brown, because that'll show up nice during the day. There's Svalbard and Lux. Now, here's another question for you guys. Do we have the Stegoceratops living with some trikes and some stegos? Could be cool. I don't think that is safe. Trikes hate stegos though. Well, remember, King Giga, we don't play with those. We don't play with those arms. So in that case, let's find a pattern we can put on the stegos. I really do like that one. Okay, so let's have... We'll have 2 of these guys, so Amazon Rainforest and Calcorana living with them, and then the Triceratops. Let's go for... I think that looks good. Let's go for that one. Actual trike skins, says chat. Exactly, actual trike skins. Honestly, if we lose the Shonisaurus out of Jurassic World Evolution 3, I will be crushed. I want Dinocaris, Gigantoraptor, Archelon, and Y Tyrannus to get confirmed. I will be very surprised if we get any more lagoon creatures confirmed. Because to me, I think we might get maybe Plesio. But then I think that'll be it. I don't think Nother and Archelon are coming back. I'm surprised we haven't had Therizino or Pyroraptor confirmed yet. Not that... I just don't like having Pyroraptor and Utahraptor, because to me, the Pyroraptor is just a worse type of Utahraptor. I know obviously one's film canon and blah blah blah, but it is essentially one is just a worse version of the other. Right, where is the dinosaur manufacturing facility? Oh, I must have I got rid of it, I think. Oh, well, that's, let us replace the manufacturing facility. Atrociraptor is redundant. Yeah, like... It's one of the worst things about Dominion, in my opinion, is that they added so many animals that kind of made each other redundant. Right, Killian Mountains and Rana is one. Then we need Chaplin Valley and Papurana. That's number 2. Then we're going to do Mangrove Forest. And Rana is 3. And then the last one is Svalbard and Lux. Number 4. Kind of want the ones that are social. Skittish and sickly, don't really care. Right, let's get these guys put in. And then we can... Oh, it's almost the end of the stream coming up. We can get the rest of the dinosaurs put in here. Oh. Fletcher, what is your thoughts on Surviving Earth, not including T-Rex? I really haven't seen much about it, so I can't really give you my thoughts on it. I would have to go away and look it over and stuff. Amazon rainforest and Calcarana. We're gonna have 2 of these guys. Wow, these guys are... No, well, we're actually going to discard all of those, and we're going to try that again. That's a bit better. Two of those. And then we're going to go with 2 of the trikes. So that's Svalbard and Rhino. I could just edit their genes, but I really can't be asked to mess about with that. Again, the gene editing system is so half-assed that I just don't bother with it. While they're finishing putting animals in, I'm going to start getting vegetation in. My guests are concerned about the lack of shelters. Oh no. How terrible. Anyway. You waiting for a social animation to play by chance? There you go. Who is he waiting for? The Stego or the other one? Such lifelike behavior. Oh, he's decided he waited too long. Such amazing behavior. So dynamic. Anyway. Oh, the park opened itself again. That's why the stuttering is happening. It's funny when you realize the Triceratops can't see what's in front of them. No, they, you wouldn't want to, surprise one. Well, that's a screenshot taking opportunity. Oh. That might be a bit dark. Gotta take advantage of screenshot capabilities whenever you can. Oh, look, he's having a nibble. Where are the rest of them? You're also having a nibble. The Stegosaurus are so dumb they don't even know how to use their thagomizers. Exactly. They don't know how to thagomize. This is a bit of a shame, really. Oh, well, this enclosure is at least, like, kind of halfway done. Like, most of the rest of it is now just putting in bushes and vegetation and doing the area up here, probably putting in a few fake amenity shops, rest areas, some fake viewing areas, just to make it look like it's usable, because obviously guests do not walk along these bridges, which is something we'll have to figure out for Jurassic World Evolution 3. And then, yeah, obviously, so the plan is most of this is going to be sort of just open vegetation and environmental, with some guest areas, maybe some hotel areas, and then sort of, I don't know, I still might put the Indoraptor in here. Like, still might use this bit for the Indoraptor. Or Indominus Raptor. And then the Spinoraptor has to go in somewhere. Although I still might put them in like a little enclave off to the side here. Don't know. I need to think about what else I'm going to do for this area. I might just put a non-hybrid animal or two in here somewhere. We shall have a think. Yes, my trikes and stegos probably unhappy with each other, but look, they're having a... They're trying to hybridize themselves again. Anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in to this impromptu stream. There probably won't be a stream on Sunday. We're probably going to be busy here, so I just wanted to make sure I did one today for you guys. It's been nice to catch up. I will see you probably next Wednesday, because Fallout will be on his plane home then, so I shall do a stream next Wednesday. And yeah, I hope the rest of you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for coming to chat to me and catch up. Don't forget to like the stream if you haven't done already. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Until then, wherever you are, stay safe, and good night.